why I don't have a PS5. It's kind of giving Dune. Nope, it's giving JRPG again. Yes, this looks so good. I already want to take a nap. I remember you. That's her persona. Whoa, this is a boss now? Oh my God, Zenless Zone Zero is on here. Hello, friends and gamers. We are back with more content than I thought we would be. So, it is officially the first video for day one of Tokyo Game Show. We're doing day one in 2 different chunks because there is a section kind of in the middle of the day, if we're basing it off of JST, there's a section in the middle of the day where there's no streams. So, I'm gonna sleep during that time. So our first chunk, actually I'm adding on the state of play for PlayStation. This was streamed like 2 hours ago, but I had therapy 2 hours ago, like the exact time it started. I did then cry for an hour and now we're here. So if I start crying again tonight, it's because I already got it primed to cry. So I have a bowl of mac and cheese in front of me. We're fine. Everything's dandy. We're gonna watch state of play. I know absolutely nothing that was shown off. I am going in as if I'm watching it live. I do see, oh, this Ananta trailer is from a day ago, so it probably wasn't at the, oh, I'm seeing things. Oh no, ignore. We're ignoring the side of the screen. Ignoring. I'm going in blind to the state of play as if I was seeing it live because when it was airing, when I would have been seeing spoilers on my timeline, I was crying in therapy. So I'm not looking at the side of the screen, I swear. I'm like blocking it off with my hand. We'll then be going into all of the stuff for the first half of Tokyo Game Show day one. So what is that going to include? It is the opening ceremony, the game distribution innovation stream, which I'm pretty sure is being done by PlayStation, so I don't know why they also had I wasn't prepared for a state of play, because PlayStation has a couple of things at Tokyo Game Show. So what are we doing, PlayStation? This is why I don't have a PS5. I'm kidding, but also not. Then we will be watching the stream for Akiba Lost, which is only in Japanese. So we're gonna be cutting around everything in this stream. This is a reaction recap first and foremost. So nothing will be in this video in full. It's that kind of reaction recap because we're watching a lot of stuff. And the very last thing, oh, but the Akiba Lost one, we'll kind of just be watching for visuals and the here and there, every other word I can pick out in Japanese. We'll be doing that. And then we have the Annapurna interactive stream, which is really just like a 15-minute video showing off a new game they are publishing. That is the first half. There will be a day one second half that will be taking place very early in the morning for me. We're talking 5 to 8 a.m. Actually, it's like 5 to 9 a.m. now that I'm looking at it. So 1 a.m. to like 4 a.m. I am taking a nap and then I'll be going to sleep again after the second half of day one is over. Luckily, day 2, 3 is a little bit hectic again, but day 2 is like a nothing burger just about. Because also day 2 there is a competitive game thing they're having. I believe some content creators or like professional players in Japan do an Apex tournament, I think. So we will be skipping most of the Apex tournament probably. Just because I think that Apex tournament on day 2 goes late. Yeah, it goes till 2:30 in the morning, and I am not an Apex commentator. So then day 3 is a little weird because there's one morning stream that I actually am very intrigued by. So like, I don't want to skip it, but then there's everything in the evening. The evening is also weird because it's not much. Day 4, I have no idea what's happening because when I made up my schedule, everything said day 4 said coming soon. So that's kind of the current state of Tokyo Game Show, but we are going to be starting with the state of play for PlayStation because I did miss this because I made an appointment last week for therapy and they just sprung this on me yesterday or the day before. So I'm like, hey, that's great, PlayStation. Thanks a lot. So let's get started. Yeah. Day 1, Tokyo Game Show. I'm going to eat my macaroni, so you can probably hear my macaroni underneath me because it's like right under the microphone. I have no idea what to expect. That Wolverine game that popped up on the side. Oh, this looks really good. Visually stunning. Watch this be like a commercial. It's kind of giving Dune. And I haven't, oh no. Nope, it's giving JRPG again. We keep going back and forth. I'm like, it's giving Dune, it's giving JRPG. Because I haven't played the Dune DLC yet. I still need to do that. I do have a copy of Lost Harvest, but I haven't gotten to it yet. Because I am still getting caught up with some of it. Like the main base game. Soltari, what's Soltari? Ooh, this looks really cool. It looks like something right up my alley, like a RPG with shooter mechanics. And as a former Overwatch player who now just plays story games, Housemarque. I think that's the studio. First look of gameplay. Saros. I feel like I've heard of this. Returnal. Okay. Returnal I've heard of. Looks right at my alley though. So like, I'm down. There's a shield. Is a shield a combat feature? Because they call it a combat feature. I guess technically it is, but I would think it's more defense. but I'm just being like super specific, being kind of pedantic about it. So you absorb, okay, so I guess it is a combat because you absorb projectiles with the shield and then you can, that powers up your weapon. So yeah, I guess it is a combat feature. Very interesting combat feature as well, especially someone like me who prefers ranged weapons because I don't like confrontation, and then also likes to defend myself frequently. I feel like I would really enjoy this combat loop. Like this gameplay loop, I feel like I would really enjoy. Carcosa specifically sounds extremely familiar, and but not from like a game. Maybe I do know more about Returnal than I thought. Oh, there looks like there's some element of like a tragic love story here. Love to see it. Absolutely love to see it. I think I might like this game, actually. If it's PlayStation exclusive, I'm gonna be sad. This might end up being like the PlayStation exclusive Final Fantasy games all over again. I wait a year for them to release on PC and then they don't run on my computer. Second chance. Oh, you get a revival? Yeah, I'm gonna love this gameplay loop because it's all the little things that I like. Like if I'm like doing like a roguelite build out, it's all the things I go for. Death to revive, death defy sort of thing. There's a shield that absorbs. Like these are all the sort of buffs I would go for because I'm a chicken. I'm scared of everything. I'm a weenie. It's just part of the gameplay loop. So I feel like I'm gonna really like this. And again, visually stunning. Oh my god, I thought those were rats. I was gonna be like in front of my macaroni and cheese. Really? Like this boss looks insane. 30th anniversary. Maybe I do know Carcosa from that. I feel like I read a book with Carcosa as a setting though. No, it looks insane. We have biblically accurate creatures. Ensemble cast. I love an ensemble cast. Yes. Yes. I really hope they put this on Steam. See, here's the thing about when we do this way, we will be going back and forth for the sole purpose that I now need to look this game up on Steam. Where's the Steam overlay? There she is. We're gonna look up on Steam now. I'm just gonna look up Returnal first. Returnal. Yeah, good thing we're all adults here. All right. So Returnal came out in 2023. Why does Carcosa specifically sound so familiar? It's not on my wish list. It is listed as a roguelike though, so that's probably why. Housemark, what you got for me? They did Lost Soul Aside? Oh no, that's just PlayStation. They always get me. I was like, no shot. Because Steam does this great thing where you click on something, like I'll click on Housemark and it just immediately takes to PlayStation Studios and it's like, stop it. It's not what I wanted. Upcoming releases, yeah? Of course, Tokon is the only thing there. Awesome, great, cool. What's the name of the game? Saros. Okay, it's Saros. Hold on. I'm not seeing anything come up. Yeah, no, it's not even on the Steam store yet. So as of now, this is all we got. It's an exclusive for launch, which, you might get me on that one. Maybe the final straw. Should probably play Returnal first, though. I think I'm going to put Returnal real quickly on my... See, this is why I like to watch the PlayStation, specifically the PlayStation stream, after it is actually aired, for the sole purpose that I can pause it and do the Steam search, if you will. Because PlayStation, Xbox is usually very cross-platform. PlayStation is not. So I'll look into playing Returnal. I'll probably buy Returnal when it goes on sale. It's not on sale right now. It's still $60. March 2026 release. I'm gonna wait for like a Steam sale or something to pick up Returnal, and we'll figure out if I want to play Saros from there, because this Saros game looks really cool. And it looks like everything about it looks right up my alley. Like, even though I will say, even though the stream lineup for Tokyo Game Show seems very mid compared to last year and the year before and like the year before that, it seems like there's not much going on in my eyes. Usually the games that are announced at Tokyo Game Show, we get a lot of JRPGs, and I love a JRPG, so that's why I'm still here for Tokyo Game Show this year. I debated not covering it, but I'm like even this morning with Day Zero, there were so many good announcements. Is this Zero Parades? Because again, if we're like 2 for 2 on games, yeah, it's Zero Parades. Yes, this looks so good. We've talked about Zero Parades quite a bit for the sole purpose that it was at Gamescom. They did quite a bit around it at Gamescom, so we talked about it a little bit with Gamescom reaction recapping. So yeah, I'm so looking forward to Zero Parades. I do own Disco Elysium, and I played a little bit of it off camera, and I want to play it on camera. But I find it very daunting. I know that I'm gonna like sink so much time to Disco Elysium if I pick it back up, and so I haven't yet. But I'm honestly thinking about it, especially because I could use a good cry and existential breakdown a little bit. Seeing more of the gameplay though, it is beautiful. Like how I said it was beautiful, and then there was like pig birthing. Like, I'm like, okay, maybe not that. I think with this one, you play as like a super secret spy on a mission, but like all your comrades before this mission died. So it's just like a mess. For Dead Spies coming 2026, see? Yeah. Looks so good. So is this Flight Simulator? Why did I see Korean Air? Malaysia Airlines? I think this is just Flight Sim. Which, is it releasing on PlayStation? Is that the whole bit? It's getting a console release? If we're giving things plays and nays, this might be the first nay of the day. Just because I'm not really big on simulator games. There's every now and then I'll find like a gem, but I feel like Like life sim games, I enjoy, but like, I feel like job sim type games like Flight Simulator, I'm not as into, which is fine. A ton of people love this game. I'm not the audience, but there's a huge audience for this. Sky is calling. Yeah, see? Flight Sim 2024, December 8th, 2025 release. This is getting a PS5 release, which is cool. Good for them. This is already on PC, obviously. Actually, it might not be on PC yet because it is the 2024. I don't know what their timing is because it's 2025, so I'd assume this released last year, but maybe they're like a year behind. I don't know. What I do know is it says they're doing VR support for this. It's in development, which we've been over this. Good for y'all who play VR games, but I can't play VR games because I am clumsy and not physically well. Now, what is this? Do we have subtitles? Hold on. Oh, they're auto-gen. Never mind. This looks like it's gonna be another nay. We're 50 for 50. Battlefield. Oh, there's a Battlefield stream, I think, at Tokyo Game Show at some point. And I do plan on watching most of, if not all, the streams. So I have Battlefield is day 2. So we'll actually probably be taking another look at this tomorrow, I would assume. I don't have the full titles of things written down. I just have it written down that there's a Battlefield bit tomorrow, so we'll see. I tend not to play war games, so it is a nay for me, but we will be taking another look at it during Tokyo Game Show. So maybe that'll change my mind, taking a closer look at it. Maybe it has really big story elements that I'll enjoy and they'll get me with that. It's definitely possible. Stranger things have happened. Was it Black Ops 7? I think the graphics go insane. That looks like real people, but the upcoming Black Ops game, I think it is, I want to play because it looked really good story-wise. Battlefield single player, October 10th. That's the dates, yes. Okay, game with the 25th anniversary this year. What is this? I don't know what this is. Oh, Deus Ex. Okay, okay. Ooh, it looks like they did a remaster? Yeah, it says remastered. Oh my god, I'm brain dead. It's because I spent an hour crying at therapy. I'm gonna be so real with y'all. I didn't know what Deus Ex, the phrase, and I still probably couldn't tell you what it means. I didn't know what it meant. I just knew it was a game for like many, many years until I was taking, I think it was my global politics class in college, and the teacher used it in like an assignment, and I'm like, I got no idea what that means, bro. I thought that was a video game. I've had some, like, I read a lot. I'm very well read, so I know a lot of those little phrases and things. Every now and then I have like a stupid moment, and that was not one of my best moments. I will say that. Every now and then I have a moment where it's like hey, isn't English your first language? And it's like, yes, actually it is. What about it? But yeah, this game is like about as old as I am, so it's almost Halloween. What about Halloween? Wait, everyone's entitled to one good scare. This is the Halloween game. Yeah, Halloween the game. We talked about this at Gamescom because they showed it off at Gamescom a little bit, but if you didn't watch the Gamescom videos, because there was quite a bit of them and they were all quite long. Michael Myers terrifies me, not because I actually think he's scary, but because when I was in middle school, me and my friends were out trick-or-treating because we loved Halloween. I still love Halloween, but we were out trick-or-treating and celebrating. We weren't even trick-or-treating that much. We were just running around in costumes. And this guy from our school dressed up as Michael Myers and chased us down 3 different blocks, actually. Like down the street for 3 blocks. I lost my little devil wand because I dressed up as a cute little devil, like Alice in Wonderland style devil. It made no sense, but I liked it. And I lost my little devil wand, and then I found it at the bus stop the next morning. That's my Halloween Michael Myers story. And so I don't like Michael Myers because he chased me 3 blocks and I lost my wand. Anyways, that comes out September 8th. 2026. Oh, that's not coming out till next year. Oh my god, I was like, wait a minute. Wait, Last Epoch? I wanted to play Last Epoch when it released, and I don't think I ever got to it. It looks like it's getting a PS5 release at some point. I think it got bad reviews when it first launched, and so I never got to playing it. Maybe I pick it up. Maybe I try to pick it up. Because I think they did like a major update recently. I'd probably like it. So what's the second announcement? Because it's in development for PS5. That was the first one. Do they have is there a sequel coming out? And that's why they're doing a development for PS5. First major expansion, Oribus, is on PS5 on release date. Is that what Oribus? When was Oribus announced? Is that what I've been seeing around? Because I feel like I've seen it around in like upcoming like things you want to cover as a content creator type things, you know? Oh, Seven Deadly Sins is back. Again, we'll say. This was at Gamescom. It is Netmarble. So there is a chance we don't end up playing it. Because I've had issues with Netmarble and DMCA before. But we'll see. I would like to, because I've seen some of the Seven Deadly Sins anime. And I would get caught up, obviously. But I don't know, though. I said I would get caught up with the anime for Tribe 9, and Tribe 9 is end of servicing next month, like not next month but November. Hopefully this game will last longer, but it is Netmarble, so Netmarble's got that shmoney. I don't know, they use it to DMCA anytime you cover their games. I've played these games before, these games getting DMCA'd by Netmarble. Sonic Racing! I didn't get to do the demos. That's coming out tomorrow on PS5. I'm assuming elsewhere as well. So by the time this video goes up, it will be out on PS5. They have the Mega Man DLC announced. I know it was announced that they wanted to do like a new DLC for this game every month, and they have like, I think they said they have like a year or two already pre-planned for new DLC releases every month, which I think is really cool to keep it like fun and fresh. And also I feel like Sonic is one of those franchises where like a ton of other franchises would like kill to collab with Sonic, you know? Okay, so you can early unlock it, or you could have early unlocked it if you got that, or you've got the digital deluxe. I thought that was out already. I thought I saw people talking about it like it was out. For release date for what? Koei. Ooh. The Ninja Gaiden. Okay. Oh, pretty. Look at her. I think she said her name was Hinako. It looks good. Ninja Gaiden is a franchise I do want to get into. I actually put the previous ones on my you didn't finish your player nay game. Really, you didn't finish your backlog game in time. So now you have to roll for a horror game list. I actually put the entire Ninja Gaiden franchise that's already been released on there to get myself to play them eventually. The punishment list. Because I don't think you have to play them in order. It also might just be a case like a Devil May Cry situation. Because Devil May Cry, I have on my wish list, and I'm just waiting for 5 to go on sale. And if I like 5, I'm gonna go back. Oh, this isn't Ninja Gaiden. Same studio. Neo. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I guess that would be the Japanese for Neo. Yeah, because Ni. I guess that's all. Yeah, sure. Me trying to read Japanese based on my knowledge of Chinese. Oh, this is. Oh, I have a family member who really likes this franchise because I was talking about it with them 2 years ago. I don't remember what it's called, but I remember Lubo. Oh my god, what is it called? I kind of hope this is not. It's like this might be like a niche, but I kind of like hope it gets a Switch release because I don't want to buy a PlayStation for a family. Dynasty Warriors. Because I would love to get like the remastered for a family member because they played the original of this, but I don't want to buy a PS5 for I need this to be on other platforms. All right. Oh, who are you? You're so pretty. Bandai, what are you giving me, Bandai? What is this? I'm just like, I saw the, wait, this is, oh god, what is this? Is it, oh god, I'm like blanking on the name, but this was on my wish list already. Whoa, I saw you and I was like, whoa. That's on my wish list already, but they're showing like more gameplay. It was shown at Gamescom probably. Oh, I'm forgetting. I want to say it's called Chrono Trigger, but I feel like that's not right. It's a different game. Oh, they're so pretty. The characters are so pretty. Like, look at him. The little tiny character, big weapon girl is also cute, but he's pretty. She's cute. I love them. I love tiny character, big weapon. It is one of my favorite things. I think it's because visually, you have like this small character, so you can give them the big weapon, and like visually, the contrast works really well. Code Vein, that was it. January 30th. Is that like an official release date? I feel like it didn't have a release date before. It says coming to PS5, but I'm pretty sure it's also on Steam because I have it wishlisted on Steam already. I have the first one wishlisted on Steam that came out in 2019, and there is a demo. I keep saying I'm gonna demo the old one first. I think we actually might need to play the first one first, quite frankly, because the characters look like similar enough, but it also is just the style. I have to go to the Bandai page. The Bandai page is like really weird because it's like everything's like kind of in a weird order. Anyways, Code Vein 2, January 29th, 2026. So it's coming out a day early on Steam. But there is pre-purchase deluxe edition and ultimate edition. You can get early access as of January 26th, 2026. So yeah, that is also on Steam. We win, PC gamers. They're talking about Final Fantasy Tactics. They even mentioned Tokyo Game Show kicking off in Japan like today. Yeah, I would know. I am excited for Final Fantasy Tactics because the more recent Final Fantasy game releases haven't ran on my PC, and they don't have like a Switch 2 port yet. Hopefully there will be one. But Final Fantasy Tactics is much, like graphically, it's not as bombastic, you know, like it's not as heavy. So I can play these. No, I'm really excited, especially because I'm pretty sure this is getting a Switch release as well. I love turn-based combat. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. No, this is like exciting. September 30th, 2025 on PS5. I'm just gonna look it up on Steam, by the way. Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice I thought there was an N in there. Ivalice Chronicles is out September 30th. Yes. No digital deluxe that gets you early access, but it is soon, and it's already on my wish list if you were curious. But yeah, same date across both platforms. What the heck is that? You bring me from Final Fantasy to this? What is this, High on Life? Let It Die Inferno. Official sequel to Let It Die. Okay. This is a game I don't know about. Melee and roguelite. I might actually like this. The characters are pretty. The humanoid ones are pretty. It sounds like it's a PvPvE, and so I might be a skip for me. This will probably be one I have to look up on Steam. Get some more details on first. So if you die, you lose your gear and your character's body? Wild. So you keep every time you die, you get to switch bodies. That's kind of insane. It's a very cool concept. That game is coming out on the 3rd. Shueisha, what do you got for me? That game is coming out on the 3rd of December, I think, but I just didn't say anything for the final part because they were playing copyrighted music. Deskworks. This looks insane, by the way. I see books and immediately I'm excited. Pretty. What is this? Who are you? Bound to an unfinished draft, a prisoner of an endless tale. It sounds like Bookwalker. That released like 2023. I finally put it on my backlog, so we will be finishing that game. But it sounds like the plot of Bookwalker, but it's more like Metroidvania style. So like basically it feels like Bookwalker meets Silksong or something like that, you know? I think I picked Silksong just because of the coloring. It's like Silksong, it's red. If it was blue, I would have said Hollow Knight. But the thing is, I like both of those games. Chronoscript, The Endless End. This looks really good. 2026 wishlist, hold on. Steam time. Just says 2026 on Steam, but it is on Steam, as you can see here. That was when I had to look up, like, immediately. Some of them I look up afterwards, but some of them I also have to look up immediately. That looks really good, though. 2D action adventure where an editor visits a mysterious manor. Okay, so yeah, similar. You become trapped in the pages. Okay. They say it's a hand-drawn style, but I'm curious. I would love to see more development from this game. Don't know when in 2026 is coming out, but very exciting. It looks really good. And that is coming to Steam as well. So it looks like it'll be probably across all consoles, all platforms sort of thing. What are you? I just finished my macaroni. I wanted to move the bowl out from underneath my microphone. I'm gonna have to take something for my allergies, but it's not my allergies. It's the crying I did at therapy. I already want to take a nap. This actually looks good. What is it? Looks like there might be a character creator, and I love a character creator. One thing is, it says that this was captured on PS5 Pro, so I don't know if this is gonna run on like anything that's not a PS5 Pro. Like it might be one of those situations where it like is really bad on anything else. Dragon! Flying robot! That's sick. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh! The scenery is really cool. March 19th, 2026. That's Crimson Desert? No shot. I accidentally clicked too many times. No shot. That's okay, first of all, release date. So Crimson Desert was shown off, or like talked about, and they showed a little bit of gameplay at Gamescom. This is the same team as Black Desert Online, so I was really, really excited immediately. It's already on my wish list. Brother, there she is. March 18th, technically. Yes, see, it was nominated at Gamescom Awards. Yes, see? Oh my god, this is like all new footage. Oh my god. Because here's the thing. Remember how I said that it looks like there's a character creator? I think there is, but it's not as in-depth as Black Desert. They did say that at Gamescom. I was like, okay, I really like Black Desert, so I'm obviously Crimson Desert. I'll probably enjoy that too. And I literally did not know what game this was until the very end, and it was Crimson Desert. That just shows you. It's not even like a not like a recency bias, but it's not even like a studio bias, because I thought this looked sick as hell before even finding out it was Crimson Desert. So like I'm already sold. March 19th though. I think they said at Gamescom they were nominated. They said they were nominated for an award, and I think they might have won it actually, because I remember an interview section with them. Maybe they didn't win it though. But in their interview section, I believe they made like a joke, like it's sooner than you think. I feel like that happened with a couple of games, and maybe Crimson Desert was one of them. And yeah, it was definitely sooner than we thought, because I was not expecting any more news on Crimson Desert this year, just with what they talked about at Gamescom. But here it is. That's awesome. I also think in the live stream here, they are giving dates in relation to JST. So it says March 19th, but if I go on Steam, it says March 18th because it's showing it in like a day earlier, technically, because of time zones. But because this is the state of play in relation to Tokyo Game Show, I'm pretty sure they're using JST, because there's been quite a few dates already that have shown as a day after, because I don't think they're going to release at the PlayStation version like a day later. That just doesn't make sense. PlayStation speakers for desktop. Why? Because like it's Sony, right? So that makes sense. But PlayStation branded speakers. I do have to mute it, but I'm just like, why wouldn't you just do Sony speakers? Sony, that's like done audio before. Sony owns PlayStation. I'm so confused, because it's like, you know, AI enhanced noise rejection. Okay, yeah, never mind. Not for me. Seamlessly switching between PC and Mac. Why do you got two computers? Like, I have a MacBook sitting in my room, but it's because I don't know what to do with it. I have a MacBook sitting in a corner because the keyboard half of the MacBook broke. And so I have nothing to do. Like, it's just sitting because I don't know what to do with it. Because the top half still works. Yeah, I feel like it would have made more sense to just release those as Sony, not PlayStation. You know, It says it's PlayStation because it brings the PlayStation audio experience to desktop. Also, was that like a USB-C? You got that in your PC tower? Really? I didn't know PlayStation had like a monthly subscription games thing. Like, huh. Can you only do it in the month of October? I don't know how theirs works. Is this? Yeah. I was like, The Last of Us Day. No, that's like the yearly day for the game. I was like, what is that? What kind of title is that? No, part 2 is going to PlayStation Plus. Okay, yeah, that makes sense to do it on the national holiday of The Last of Us Day. I'm getting so tired. I definitely need a nap, and we are going to be going until like 12:45. Oh my god, wait, that's kind of funny. They're like, the classics catalog is for people who like fighting games, and the number 3, and it's the 3rd in a series of 2 different fighting games. That's cursed. Not Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider isn't cursed, but it's kind of funny. One of PlayStation's most iconic franchises, and it's a racing game. Okay, it's not for me. Gran Turismo. Okay, yeah, that's making sense now. Okay, I was like, what? I was a little confused. I want to take a nap so bad. I think the like hyper energy post therapy finally wore off, and I really want to take a nap. Sounds like they're adding F1 stuff though, which makes sense. F1's like F1 like keeps getting popular. And like, I know nothing about it. What is this? Why is there a big black rock in the middle of my... What's happening? What? Oh, it's a PlayStation controller commercial. Okay. Oh, they're releasing a red controller. What is this in collaboration with? God of War. Yeah, okay, that would make sense. I'm like, this has to be in collaboration with something. Because it's not like it's like only one side is red. What's red? What's a red game? God of War. I would say God of War is a red game. What is this? We're getting southern with it? That's disgusting. I'm gonna have to censor this, aren't I? That's a lot of dismemberment. That's the, okay, it's Wolverine. It's Wolverine. That's the Wolverine thing from earlier. Okay. I didn't know Wolverine was southern. I guess that makes sense. It's got a cowboy hat. I can't do a good southern accent right now. I'm broken. It's been a day. A lot of dismemberment. I didn't know Wolverine was this gory, but I guess if you have claws on your hand, like claws for hands, like, yeah, no, you would get into the gore of it, wouldn't you? I'm sorry, I'm laughing. You know, call an ambulance, but not for me. He said something about death, and then he added like 2 seconds later, just not for me. And I immediately started thinking about the TikTok. I know it's actually a line from something, but I don't know. I forget what it's from. I found out recently what it was a line from, but I forget what it's from. But it was kind of funny because it like sounded like he was quoting it. Vol 2026. Okay. Whew. What if we just sleep through the rest of the Tokyo Game Show, guys? What if we, I'm taking tomorrow off so I can like sleep during the day, like off from work. And I'm like, what if we just didn't and I just sleep anyways? This isn't their, oh, okay. This is an interview section for Insomniac. I'm like, they're doing more? Marvel Insomniac is doing more. But I guess Wolverine is very gory, even not in this, outside of this game. So that's why they kind of pedaled and meddled on that. He's an unreliable narrator. You know, I feel like I'd probably actually like it then. He doesn't remember a lot of his life. And they say that's a frustrating aspect. It is, actually. Saying that one from experience. Props to Insomniac, though. This is they went all out for the interview. Like, it looks quite cool. Is that the guy they got? Because they're, like, not showing who's... What else have you been in? Actor, what have you been in? Wait, impressive that he got the southern accent. Like, his southern accent's better than mine. And he's British. They're getting in about the pores again. And that's the thing that everyone talks about. Like, you can see each individual skin pore on the graphics. I feel like they probably mentioned that purposely, though. I feel like this could, like, I think it's a 2026 release, they said. I feel like this could win something for graphics at the Game Awards in 2026, just because they made, like, new technology for the blood. Come on. Like, that's impressive. Even if I don't play super gory games like that and it's not for me, that's impressive. They were like, this isn't enough. The current technology we have to display blood in the game isn't enough. We have to make a new one. Like, hello? No, I think visually this could win some awards. Obviously, I don't know how it plays, so I can't say that, but graphically, like, they made a new blood engine. Come on. They're showing off all the Spider-Man merch. Oh, they're talking about how they've made good superhero games. That was funny. They showed off a mocap scene where they were just like goofing mocap B-roll. Fall 2026, yeah. Then I think if it comes out early enough in the fall, I definitely think it could be nominated for some Game Awards. But also they'll probably be giving out copies early to the people who vote on the Game Awards, is what I'm thinking. Because that tends to happen for sometimes. But that was it for PlayStation, I think. Unless we get one more thing, which we might. Definitely had quite a few hits though, which is good. I do think it's funny that whenever they show footage from the Wolverine game, they have to put like copyright Marvel on the screen. Marvel said, you will know that's ours. Yeah, excited for Crimson Desert and Code Vein, I think. Also Zero Parades, obviously. Final Fantasy Tactics, yeah. Yeah. All right. That was the PlayStation State of Play. And it's 6:45, which means I have a little under an hour to chill. And then we go in for the actual Tokyo Game Show stuff. Luckily, a lot of the streams are like, they're not back to back this year, which is kind of nice. Last year, everything was like back to back to back to back. But there is some time in between. So I can pause my recording and go lay in my bed for like 40 minutes and come back. I actually kind of am looking forward to that this year. So in like 40 minutes, we're going to start painting my nails and watching this bit. And that's going to be what we do. But for now, I'm going to go take a little break and lay in my bed and try not to fall asleep. Yeah. If nothing else, I might just take a lap around my apartment, then come sit back down. I think I just don't want to be sitting all night. Even if I like just go from like chair to bed, I just don't want to be sitting all night because already my like legs are like cramping up from sitting for like 53 minutes. So, because I spent like an extra 10 minutes yapping about this because it was VOD, so I could pause it. But everything else will be live, so we'll get into it then. I meant to take my makeup off before I watched this and didn't, so I think I'm gonna go do that. Luckily, I'm a VTuber, so you can't tell. Anyways, I'll see you all in 40 minutes. Well, I come back to you 15 minutes early, just about, because to add on to our PlayStation shenanigans, Arknights Endfield just posted the prologue gameplay demo on PlayStation 5 Pro for Arknights Endfield. So we're actually gonna take a look at this. I think it's only on Twitter. Oh no, it's on YouTube. Hold up. All right, it goes up to 4K. We're not gonna watch it in 4K because we probably won't load. But what do you have for us, Griffline? More PlayStation content today. Tokyo Game Show is officially upon us. I have seen this before, but not the PlayStation gameplay. I've played Arknights Endfield. I am a creator for Arknights Endfield, so I've played this on PC twice now. So I'm curious to see how it looks different from the 2 times I've betaed it already. It does look really nice, that's for sure. If we're comparing it to I feel like it looks nice, but like it still looks different from like the PC footage. Does this make sense? I can't like say like it's nice, but it's a different way in which it was nice on PC. Does this make sense? Like certain details are more emphasized, I feel like. So they're going with the feminine MC, which if we're looking at this opening, I have not done with the female MC. I've only done with the male MC because I played the second beta that added this section with the masculine MC for the sole purpose that I hadn't played him yet. So this is my first time seeing this from this point of view. I'm being very like locked in on watching it because I'm like, have they changed anything? That's mainly why I wanted to watch it. I want to see if they changed anything between now and the last PC beta, because they have done a couple of, I believe at Gamescom, and I also think at Tokyo Game Show they're having show floor demos. So I'm very curious. Like, yeah, it looks very nice, but it's like a different nice from PC, because there's certain parts of it where I'm like, it looked better on PC, but also this looks better than certain parts of the PC. Like, you know, like I'm just like, it's nice, but it's different. It's like a different level of nice. And it's PlayStation 5 Pro, so like obviously it should look nice. Zipline! Because I know within the last like 48 hours, I think they just launched the PlayStation coming soon page for the game, which if we have time before, it's also why I'm not pausing to look at certain things. I'm just kind of letting it play. Also, because I've done it before, I'm kind of just watching to see if anything is particularly like glaringly different, nothing has been like glaringly different so far, I don't think. But also I don't fully remember this beta because it was like months ago now. God, when was it? That the January beta? It might have been. When was the first beta last year? Because this might have been the January beta, which was like, that was a while ago. Agloy. Still don't know how to say that because they say Agloy doesn't have an N in it, but they pronounce it with an N. So I never know how to say it. Zipline. The zipline is fun. It was fun when I first saw it. It was like, we get a zipline now, because the zipline was new to CBT2. Or I guess it was technically CBT1 because the first original beta was actually a tech test. So it was very bare bones. Then we had beta 1, and so I guess we've only technically had one beta. The first was like an alpha beta. Alpha beta, that's not... It was more like an alpha demo. Interesting how the pre-rendered video tutorial is... I don't know if that was like a bitrate issue or what. Because I'm not watching this in 4K, so there is obviously like any quality issues I'm seeing might just be, and I'm not seeing a ton, obviously, but it might just be because I'm not watching this in 4K because I don't want to, sometimes my devices will get finicky with 4K, and I don't want to wait for it to like have to load in or anything right now, because we don't have time. Tokyo Game Show opening ceremony starts in less than 15 minutes. But so far, nothing is like glaringly different. So I'm assuming that this is the build, or like a very, at least if it's not the same build, then it's a very similar build from what was played during CBT1 earlier this year. I think this was the same. The setup's the same at the very least. I can't tell you if the dialogue is the same though, just because it's been too long for me to remember exact lines of dialogue, especially from the prologue. I will say Perlica sounds slightly different, which is interesting. I think if they changed Perlica's VA, I'd be a little bit crushed. I really liked Perlica's original VA, but I mean, everything is subject to change. I do think they might have changed. Visually, nothing is glaringly different, but I do have a feeling they might have changed some VA work, which is very interesting. I wonder if it was like a studio switch situation or what. Just because I know a similar thing happened with Zenless, where they switched studios between the release of the betas and the release of the game officially. I got a mid-roll ad. Thanks, Hypergriff. It's not your fault, Hypergriff. I really need to get my YouTube premium bag. I'm not doing it though. Not in this economy. I do think they switched Perlica's VA though. She sounds very different than what I hear of her speaking, but maybe that's not supposed to be Perlica? I thought that was supposed to be Perlica though. I also don't remember this dude. This dude might be new. Not sure though. I feel like I would remember a dude. Endman has been talking this whole time, because it did sound like Endman. I'm like, that doesn't sound like Perlica, but it did sound like the voice they gave her earlier. They gave Endman. I think that these ambient voices as well might also be a new added effect, because I don't remember ambient voices, but I also don't remember the guy. I'm curious what the voices are though. You might have a fracture. Don't go beyond this point. This is not new, but the design for this is new. This was, I'm pretty sure, just the block before, but they definitely added to it. And there is little at least during tech test, there was Easter eggs to other Arknights characters, not Endfield characters, Arknights characters from the original Arknights game, if you go interact with some of these tombstones. And I believe those were still a thing during the beta, but this is new. I know this is new. I don't remember this. It might not be new. I might just have forgotten, but I'm almost positive that's new. The cosmos held by our lips is untouched by time. Hold on, we're gonna pause to read. Beyond portals guarded by the deathly kind, she continues to wait and bide. This epitaph is, I believe, new, but also they could just be doing the pop-up differently. I feel like I don't remember that. I do remember Perlica was like conversing with one of them, but that voice might just be Endman talking to herself. Because I could have sworn it was Pearly before. I also, I've noticed the UI for characters on PlayStation. It is different from the PC UI. I'm assuming the UI here is more similar to the mobile UI. Possibly. So what's this cutscene look like now? A little rough on the transition, but it's fine. It's still in development. I don't fully remember this part, but maybe my PC just didn't run it. Maybe we froze or something. The reflection is insane. I remember you! No, I remember you. I remember you. Blue lady. This is actually kind of nice because we can like get a better look at her. Because now it's like I can pause this if I want. I couldn't pause my gameplay. I was just like in shock. I was like, who are you? There's the guy! I feel like I don't remember Sword Guy. Sword Guy might be new. Oh, but she has swords as well. Oh no, it's almost like a Persona situation. That's her persona. They're both her persona. I recently started the Persona 3 manga because Atlas made it free. And I read the whole first volume in one sitting. So I got Persona on the brink. Ooh, wait, you start with a full team now? Whoa, this is a boss now? Everybody shut up. Okay, I didn't remember Sword Guy last time because Big Sword Guy wasn't Erignis? Oh my god. So you get a full team. You have Endman, you have Perlica, you have Angelica, who's no longer Angelica. I think they changed her name, but I don't remember what her new name is. And I can't pinpoint who the fourth character, the one with the red hair, is. I think that was the playable banner character in CBT1 for that was the character on the first banner. But I forget her name because I did not pull her. So you get to see full team combat now, which is actually quite nice, especially because like originally you just started with just Endman. Saw I the Throne Bearer lost unto his lore. The deep murmurs. So the other characters on your team though, you can't play as. You're just playing as Endman, but you do have supports. That's what those other three characters are for. They're being controlled by the computer. And you have the tutorial tips happening as well. Okay. Yeah, this guy was not there before. Is there other characters there now? There's more? Or are those the little... Oh, those are opponents we're fighting. Okay. I also feel like they're making more of an effort to show the character skill switching banners on the side of the screen because they didn't show those as much before, I feel like, and I feel like I even said that in the survey. I got an ad for a different game in the middle of this. It doesn't surprise me though that this wasn't in CBT1, because I feel like Hypergriff was probably hiding was doing a little bit of like not showing their hand fully. Over boundless realms, no crown endureth evermore. This is gonna go so hard in game. I kind of wish we hadn't watched this, because I didn't think it would be this different though. I didn't think they'd put in a whole new boss in the very beginning, because I feel like if I had played this through the first time entirely blind, I would, especially because I was not expecting this. Hopefully I'll forget it happens. I'll forget this boss happens. Because to play this part blind would have been insane work. But hey, you did get my reaction to it. It's just not me playing it, which, you know, might be for the best. This looks like a difficult boss, but it is the tutorial boss, so it's probably not that bad. This team hasn't done any damage on this guy though. So it's definitely a scripted fight, but like powers are running rampant. There she is. Cutie. Yeah, that was the first playable banner character on CBT1. Because did we have a banner system in the tech test? I don't remember fully. I don't know if the banner system was like real yet, but we had a banner in CBT1, and she was the first limited character, the red hair girl. God, as yon stars wane. I'm just gonna read this because I think you're using a fantasy language. All maids shall meet anew. Oh, not the numbers, not the cycles. I've played these games before. Okay, so now, yeah, it's a scripted fight because we lost like 3/4 of the health bar. Death is nearing the shore. The murmurs say dawn and dusk. So you need to take out the swords, essentially. And I'm assuming it's gonna absorb those swords and gain its health back, yeah? So the faster eternity hath come. Does it regain health? Maybe not. So Pearly saves our ass. She still sounds a little different, but maybe they just went in like the voice direction. They went a good bit of a different direction. Damn. So that definitely was different. They definitely added to that. I don't know if it's a case of after CBT1, they were like, we got to do something better. We got to do something bigger. Or it was a situation where this was the plan all along, and they just weren't, because this is an official demo, they weren't showing it in the beta because they wanted to surprise players. I'm not entirely sure, but let's get over to opening ceremony. All right. Not live. Now we're live. There we go. Looks like scrubbing is active, so they've been live for a couple minutes now. Luckily it didn't just start playing while I had it open, because I've had all these open in a different tab. But yeah, this will be half an hour, and then we kind of have like a rolling schedule for the rest of the night. And we're just gonna pop back in and out until 12:45 in the morning is when we're done with this one, and then I can go take a little nap and come back bright and early at 5 a.m. Our snack of choice, our little treat, is peppermint Oreos, but they're not Oreos. They're generic brand ones because my local grocery store already has the peppermint knockoff Oreos. So I did get some. Yes. So that's what we got as a snack. I'm not having them yet. Oh, I need to refill my water. I guess we're not gonna have refilled water until the PlayStation bit later. Okay, I can't talk that much. Which, it's opening ceremony. So I don't think we're gonna have a ton to talk about yet. It's not like opening night live at Gamescom. I think I've never watched the opening ceremony. So I don't know. It is nail polish time though. That it is. I have to keep doing stuff so I don't fall asleep because I'm sleepy. Oh, they're doing live dub. I don't know why I'm surprised. They do live dub every year. Yeah, it's really more of a formal thing, so should be okay. Adding another day for Tokyo Game Show next year. Oh god. This is already a very long event. Like, I guess it's not that bad. They're doing 5 days. I guess that's like more in line with like Gamescom and stuff. So yeah, okay, fine. Right, that makes sense. All right. And it's a public day, so okay. I know getting a ticket for Tokyo Game Show is kind of like it's an experience in and of itself. So like adding another day is probably necessary. I don't know if it's a translation error, but they keep talking about Silicon Valley, like in California. I don't think it's a translation error. This might be the PlayStation game distribution innovation bit. I'm not even gonna, this might be that. I thought this was after. It wasn't the PlayStation thing. They got another thing later. They'll be back. Why is everyone just shadow dropping announcements today? Fire Emblem Shadows just exists now? What is that? What is that? I can't tell if they got music playing in the background here or it's like coming from outside my window, but it's bothering me. You know, I think what I'm hearing is like echo from the show floor. Interesting. Oh, they're cutting the ribbon, but I don't know how much I can show before they demonetize me. Wow. painting a nail and they're like, is everyone ready to do the thing? No, I'm painting a nail. They're gonna cut the thing. Oh no, they gotta do the little song first. Whoa, Tokyo Game Show. Whoa, it starts. Whoa. We're in it now, gamers. They say it's officially underway, but we've been getting at stuff all day. Okay, so the show floor isn't open yet, but I'm hearing things from the show floor. What goes on? I guess they're setting up? How loud is setup? All right, let's open up the keynote from Sony. It's time for the next thing. The next thing is not for another 62 minutes. I'm gonna finish painting this nail and then we're gonna circle back to the Arknights thing I wanted to take a look at. Do have to finish painting this nail that I was in the middle of painting first, because otherwise it's gonna be like different textures when I go to like clean it up later. It's just gonna be weird. Doing a very bad job of painting my nails today though, but it's fine because I can clean them up tomorrow because I don't plan on leaving the house tomorrow. I plan on sleeping during the daylight hours. I do want to look at the PlayStation page for Arknights Endfield though, just to see if we can get any information off of it. The other day there was no information. It said that the release date of the game was still to be decided, but they're tweeting about it. So I'm curious to see if there's more information, you know? Yeah, it still says release date to be determined. This is exactly what it looked like the other day. Obviously, I'm not going to add it to my wish list because I'm not going to be playing it on PlayStation. I'm playing it on PC. Obviously, I've already played it on PC twice. If for some reason we got a Switch release, I'd play it on Switch, but I don't have a PlayStation. We already talked about that. You know, there was a couple of games that might do it, but I also might just wait for it to release elsewhere. Other thing, not this, but anyways, not a ton. Ton of stuff. They do categorize it as a role-playing game, which is not anything crazy. In-game purchases optional. That would be your gacha currency. DualSense controller will work with it. I think this description is like also pretty standard. I also realized I started painting my nails, but I need to like fill up my water bottle and get more ice. And didn't do that, so might not do that immediately. Welcome to Talos, to a dangerous world rife with catastrophes and risks. Let's just get into it. The first frontiers mates, which this is the first time I'm hearing this word. I wonder if I don't think that's from original Arknights. Toiled for years to establish a foothold, settlements sheltered by massive walls formed a new foundation for our civilization. But the vast wildlands and uninhabited territories stretching far beyond the colonies of the civilization band have yet to be surveyed. As such, most of this world remains untamed. I feel like we didn't hear a ton about like the settlements sheltered by massive walls and all that in the Enfield gameplay. I want to see more of that, I think, because I do like the play on like, oh, dystopian world, and so I would like to see more of that, I think. Expansion and exploration are unchanging themes that go hand in hand with progress. Originium engines rumble in the wildlands while production machinery works around the clock to deploy new automated industry complex, AIC, production lines. Explore the world of Talos 2 and gather various resources, use the AIC system to overcome dangers, and work with the operators to build a better homeland for humanity. Better homeland for humanity? Are we talking about in like a utopia sense or like an actual better homeland? Because this could be debatable. A new era of change has dawned upon this ancient world. Time to make your choice, administrator. So we play as the end administrator. Interesting. Okay. I feel like this is a new description, but I'm not sure because I've never read the description. I do find it interesting. It says it's Griff Frontier. I'm gonna guess that's the global branch of Hypergriff. I didn't know that was the name for it. But yeah, you learn something new every day. All right, I guess we'll be back in an hour now for the Sony thing. Yeah, this is gonna be an hour, so we'll find something to do. Oh, they went live with it. Oh, I lied. I had the wrong thing open. 57 minutes. It's 57 minutes, so this will start at 9 p.m. my time. It's 8:02 right now. So I don't know what I'm gonna do because I already started painting my nails. Guess I'll figure it out. See y'all in an hour. I still gotta set this thing up, but I like went to like go fill up my water bottle, came back. There's a commercial for Sony playing because they're doing the bit, right? And there's just a Chanmina song playing, like totally unexpected. Like, hello? It's muted right now. I have to set it up. I just thought I'd share with the class what's currently happening. I'm eating one of my Oreos, not Oreos. But like this song is gonna be so stuck in my head when I'm trying to sleep later, I swear to God. I also did implement the screen flip because I have a great fear that they're gonna try to copyright something. They being Tokyo Game Show. So I've implemented the screen flip. So if you want to see it unflipped, you gotta go click the link in the description. Already started painting my nails again, but I realized there was like a minute until this thing started. This is just like a keynote speech from Sony on the PlayStation Store. So again, there's probably not gonna be a ton of content from this one. We're just here, so why not? You know, we did just look at the PlayStation Store for the Arknights bit. So like, let's hear about the success of that, I guess. As I sit here, DNA just dropped the character teaser for Sybil. A video will be coming for that, but like not right now, obviously. So this is kind of why I was curious, like, because I was like, we're getting something from PlayStation like today. So this is why I was curious as to why they did State of Play earlier and not like just use their slot. Like, I guess the keynote speech is kind of necessary, but like, why didn't it just surprised me a little bit? Because I also didn't really process that this was a keynote speech. This should be interesting though, because I don't like play PlayStation. I don't use the PlayStation Store, so I'm curious what they have to say, like, honestly. Having technical difficulties with the PowerPoint, I believe. We've all been there. Time for a history lesson. I'm still painting my nails. I gotta mute again. We got more music. This is the 30th anniversary promo video from last year. They're replaying it. So I muted because it's definitely gonna get me copyrighted if the whole video doesn't. Okay, going from old Cloud to new Cloud. You kind of got me there. Just saying. I've actually never seen this video. They got some indies in here though. You know, we love to see it. Think I can unmute? You think we can unmute? You know, I see some hitters in here. I also see some stinkers in here. I see at least one. Not gonna say which one. Oh my god, Zenless Zone Zero is on here. Yeah. Nice. Zenless Zone Zero mentioned. Oh, and Honkai Star Rail's on here too. I think Withering Waves. All right. Obviously Persona up here. We don't look at what's next to it. There's a meme to go there. Oh, Genshin is on here. Oh, we got Genshin. The big three. I'm kidding, by the way. I'm totally kidding. They got Metal Gear for Honor. They got Metal Gear. They did stop translating for a minute, and I thought they were going to switch people, but they didn't. This is like kind of like unexpectedly extremely wholesome though. I'm not gonna lie, which I didn't expect from a keynote speech. I don't know what I was expecting from a keynote speech. I've heard plenty of them, but it's actually, like I said, it's actually weirdly wholesome. I was gonna make a joke about getting another history lesson, but I didn't know me and the PlayStation Store kind of like share a birthday just a little bit. Like there's like a 2-day difference. Happy birthday, bestie. 2 months. See, now we're getting into like niche video game history, or at least it's niche to me because I wasn't around for this. So it's like watching like a good video essay. Oh my god, Final Fantasy 14. Oh my god, Final Fantasy 14. That's so wild. I always forget there was like a first version of Final Fantasy 14. I always forget about like the previous, like they re-released it. I always forget about that. I will say, I do think it's a bit odd that they're like giving a whole history of like broadband internet in relation to PlayStation when this is supposed to be a keynote on the PlayStation Store, but like I guess it makes sense. God, look at that iPhone. Oh my god. I messed up my nails. Oh, okay, I kind of fixed it. Can't look too closely at it. I think they're talking about how much longer it took to download stuff, like download speeds in the US compared to Japan, and it's like, yeah, that tracks. Like, was I downloading stuff in 2006? No, I was in elementary school, and that might be pushing it. Can they like bring back the white screen? I was using it as a light to paint my nails, and now I like goofed them. I can't see. I was using the light from the screen. Oh my god, EverQuest. Oh my god, they're talking about EverQuest. Whoa, blast from the past. Oh my god, the PlayStation Portal. I wanted one of these so bad. So bad. I begged. I never got one. It is weird to hear them talk about how they like debated heavily going into digital distribution of games like 10 years ago, and now that's just like the norm. And like it's harder and harder to get physical copies of games now. Like that's just, it's so weird to hear like that opposite side of that. And to think like what like the games market would look like if a digital distribution model had never been like broadly accepted. Don't get it twisted though, I still think we need to have physical games. My nails look so bad right now. I did such a bad job. My nails are just gonna look like horrid until we get a break. Hold on, I'm tweeting. Hoyoverse dropped the info on Petit's planet, and I'm tweeting. Everything's happening at once. Well, their first beta test is called the coziness test. Like, I'm sorry, you're not gonna let me in to the coziness test? I'm back. Crisis averted. I haven't signed up for the test yet, but I will. Indie games. They're talking. I'm still looking at the Petit Planet stuff. Indie games, though. They're talking about indie games. Yeah. I can hear the show floor hall again. It just got the whole Bloodborne, Dark Souls backlog just sitting there like a flex. Can't get that on PC. Genshin Impact. They got Genshin. Phantasy Star Online being here too. Oh my god. I forgot about Phantasy Star Online. Oh my gosh. But Genshin! They just got Ether standing here. My mom said it's my turn to play the PlayStation. Wait, they're listing everything. Are they gonna say Genshin? They're not listing everything. Wait. Yeah, they said Genshin! Genshin mentioned. I do think it was funny the only screenshot they had of Genshin was just Ether standing there. Wouldn't it be funny if they just brought up Arknights Endfield? Maybe that's why they updated the page. I do want to also bring up, in relation to Arknights Endfield, I've kind of been like scrolling on Twitter a little bit during some like downtimes here. I do want to bring up that there was a couple of references to Arknights in the new Endfield gameplay that I totally went over. I'm not going to get into them, but there was some Arknights references that totally went over my head. Probably just because we were rushed. Also, Dead Cells mentioned. What else is in the back here? Wait, what else we got? We got Dead Cells. It's like the only thing I can pick out. Devil May Cry is there. That's on the backlog right now. I think I see Little Nightmares. Like, there's Celeste. We love Celeste. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, another gacha game collab game. I swear to God, whenever I hear a noise from the show floor, I think it's coming from outside my window, because that's just like where the show floor is probably situated in relation to my window. So I keep thinking somebody's just like being a fool in the parking lot, and it's freaking me out a little bit. Genshin mentioned again. I think Abiotic Factor is an indie game as well. So yay! We have Risk of Rain over here, another indie game. Me just pointing out the games mentioned. I think after this is over, I think we'll tap into the info on Petit Planet. Just take a look at it. This is very mishmash. This video is very much of a mishmash. It is kind of funny that they have a timeline of like payment methods, but there's also the no longer offered option. It's like, damn, what happened? There's gonna be like too many things in this reaction recap if I add the Petit Planet stuff, but I want to talk about it because I still haven't had time to talk about Nexus Anima, but like this is relevant. Genshin! Wait a goddamn minute. The percent PlayStation Store revenue, does that mean Genshin's like one of their heavy hitters? Because that's like kind of wild. And is that just in Japan or is that globally? I can't tell. I don't know if it's global or because if Genshin's just in there. Genshin, what are you doing? What are you doing here, Genshin? What we got Final Fantasy. We got a Foot. I don't know what game that is. That must be popular in Japan. What an interesting assortment of games they picked for this graphic. All right, the show floor noises are starting to stress me out. I know I keep coming back to it, but like it's stressing me out. No, they're talking about AI. Oh, PlayStation, no. No, PlayStation, no. No, they mentioned AI again. No. There can never be a moment of peace in this house. Are we good? Think we're good? All right. Keynote over. We have Akiba lost in like an hour. All right, let's switch our stuff. Okay, so yeah, so this one is starting in 71 minutes. It is still flipped, and we're gonna keep it that way. This one I think is there was no English version for this stream. It's going to be all in Japanese. So if we're vibing with it, we'll stick with it. If not, I have no idea what Akiba Lost is, but they got the Switch logo. So let's do a Google. It's probably it's a live action game. It's one of those. That would make sense. Also, I keep saying Akiba, but it's probably Akiba. Like it's probably like pronounced differently. I usually don't like live action games, but this one honestly sounds like it could get me. 13 years ago, 6 girls mysteriously vanished in Akihabara, an unsolved case. Okay. This feels weird. The timing of it, like, because it says here at the annual game show, this dude announces the development of a new game inspired by this very incident, but the moment he does, strange disappearances begin again. And they're like they have a bit at Tokyo Game Show. Like that feels weird. Also, this doesn't need to be flipped. I can unflip for this. This one doesn't need to be flipped. It's not video. The story they are supposed to perform soon begins to bleed into reality. Okay, you know what? I've never been interested in playing one of these like real life type games. They got the whole cast for this presentation as well. I could see myself maybe wanting to play this one. I will say that because like it just, first of all, they were very smart to do something for it at Tokyo Game Show. Very smart there. But also there's like so many like layers to this that I'm like, this is gonna get weird. We'll see. We'll watch it. We'll check this one out. But it's not on for another like hour. So should we look at Petit Planet? Should we do it? Should we do it? How long do we want this video to be? All right, we're here. Petit Planet. This is the newest Hoyoverse game, not Honkai Nexus Anima. These two games, I'm assuming, obviously, are being developed beside each other. The count for Petit Planet was made October of last year. I'm curious if we can find Nexus Anima. No, I'm gonna have to, hold on, give me a sec. So the Nexus Anima account was made in April of this year. So technically, if we're going based off of the time at which these Twitter accounts were made, Nexus Anima has been in development less time than Petit Planets. And to be fair, I've heard the whisperings more for Hoyoverse getting into making a cozy game like Petit Planet longer than I've heard the whisperings of Nexus Anima. So if that counts for anything. But they did post something on September 22nd, which was, yes, 2 days ago. So this short form content, did a little glide. Look at that. And we also, there will be a video for Nexus Anima. I just haven't gotten to doing it yet, like I kind of mentioned. But yeah, there will be a separate video for Nexus Anima. It just hasn't come around yet. You can see I have some things bookmarked here. The coziness test is the first beta. Like, come on. Literally in my Twitter bio, it's like gacha games and other cozy RPG shenanigans is in my Twitter bio. You're gonna tell me that I can't beta test this? Because I can never beta test a Hoyoverse game on CBT1? Apparently? I've played these games before, all right? There is information on the test. We're not going to fully get into that because I feel like we'll be here forever. But they do have the little video here. So real quick, we'll open it up. And I'm just going to immediately open it because I think this is the only video on the channel. So I can't hide the other YouTube recommended stuff. So this is the Cozy Cosmos trailer. Weave your dreams beneath the stars. We're going to watch it. And I might keep the full thing in, but I probably will forget to. So it's a cozy life sim game, a la Animal Crossing. You're gonna tell me I can't beta test this Hoyoverse? I am the target market. Am I the only person in the target market for this game? No, but I am the target market. Oh my God, this gives me the same like energy of when we saw the first trailers for New Horizons. Wow. I'm gonna cry. I said we were gonna cry today. This is what's gonna get me. Guys, I need to beta test this. I'm so serious. It's so cute. What the heck? And like Hoyoverse has done mini game events, particularly in Honkai Impact 3rd, that are very reminiscent of Animal Crossing. Like the final, like of the Captainverse trilogy, that final event felt like that was like the Animal Crossing event. Like it was set up like Animal Crossing. Did I ever finish it? No, I didn't like the Captainverse. They got me in the first half with the Captainverse. By part 3, I was over it. How cute is this? It also is kind of giving, oh my God, what is it called? There's an indie game that released recently. I do own it. I'm really quickly. It's made by the same people who made Nookazon, which is the Animal Crossing buying, selling, and trading platform that was really popular in like 2020. They made a cozy life sim as well and released this year, I believe, in early access. But I forget the name of it's like Galactic. Hold on, let me look at my Steam library. Is it Galactic Getaway? Yeah, it's Galactic Getaway. I've been meaning to get back into this game. I did demo it a while back. Hold on, I'll pop up in Steam. Galactic Getaway, as you can see, is in my Steam library. A-Crew was kind enough to gift me with a copy, both of the demo and the actual game. It's in early access right now, $14.99. I cannot buy the Cozy Collector Bundle because I have, what are the games in the Cozy Collector Bundle? I'm curious. Portal Fantasy. Okay, I haven't touched that one yet. That's on the Player Nay list. But I only have half an hour because I only have demoed it. But yeah, this came out in March of this year. It's kind of a similar vibe, I will say. This is an indie game as well. So if you want something to tide you over until Petit Planet comes out, I actually would recommend Galactic Getaway. Or if you don't get into the beta, because God knows. I feel like nobody got into the Nexus Anima beta, by the way. I think I know of like one person who got in, maybe two. I obviously, when it was going on, I saw like some people getting in, like on the timeline, like I saw tweets popping up, but I think like personally, I only know one or two people who got in. But yeah, if you're looking for a replacement, I don't know obviously how close the gameplay is going to be. They're both cozy life sims, but Galactic Getaway it seems very similar. This is what I'm talking about when I'm like, I'm the target market. I play so many of these games that I'm your target market, however. So I'm just saying. The music is also nice. But yeah, if I don't get into the beta for not Galactic Getaway, oh my God. If I don't get into the Petit Planet beta, I am going to play more Galactic Getaway as a sign of rebellion. I am putting up a fight. Cute! I like that the clothes patterns are nice. Or like I guess patterns would be the right word. Not the dab. So this will also be available to play as like a co-op multiplayer situation. Obviously, they're kind of showing that off here, which you can do with Galactic Getaway as well. I'm seeing a ton of overlap with that game, which I do find interesting because as far as I know, like I said, the Nookazon team made Galactic Getaway. That was what they did after like the hype for Animal Crossing New Horizons kind of died down. So everything I know about Galactic Getaway, it very much is like, oh, this is like our ideal, this like if we could have anything we wanted in Animal Crossing, this is what it would be. And it's coming from people who are very active in the community for Animal Crossing. So it's like, okay, well, this is like the authority on that. If you're gonna have anyone make their ideal Animal Crossing cozy life sim-esque game, I would trust the people who made Nookazon, quite frankly. Obviously I have. I've played. I did a demo for Galactic Getaway, and I plan on playing more of it at some point. I'm realizing we need to do an early access review. We do. We never got to that. I'll put it on the list. But this feels a lot like Animal Crossing. I don't want to say Animal Crossing New Horizons if it was good, because Animal Crossing New Horizons is good. I have so many hours in New Horizons. It's kind of ridiculous. Like I did at least 2 different islands, and I've been thinking about starting a third now that I have a Switch 2. I've been thinking about starting a third island. So it is interesting to me that Hoyoverse is releasing this, because it almost feels like the development for this probably started after the release of New Horizons, or once the hype for New Horizons was dying down. I'm very curious. I am. I would love to know more behind the scenes stuff for this game, just because I am so keyed in on these sort of games. And this is not the sort of thing I would expect to see from Hoyoverse, obviously. I'm so used to seeing like the anime RPG style game that this is something like entirely new. And obviously there's been whisperings about this game for years at this point. I never thought it would see the light of day. I'm gonna be so real. But y'all know if we'll be playing this game. Y'all know we're playing this game. Unless it comes out that they used AI for the assets or something, then it's over. But I stand on that. We will be signing up for the beta, obviously. As is tradition here, we probably won't be playing CPT-1 of Petit Planet. I say tradition, I've talked about this a little bit in regards to Nexus Anima, but I've covered Genshin since its first year of release, not during the beta times. So I was not around for CPT-1, obviously. Star Rail, Zenless Zone Zero, and Nexus Anima, now put that on the list. I have covered since like their inception, since the accounts were created, since we got the first bit of marketing material. Not a single one of those games did I get CPT-1 access to. And I signed up for CPT-1 access to all of them. Mark my words. So that's the tradition here, is that I don't play CPT-1 of Hoyoverse games. It just doesn't happen. So will I get access? Usually I end up getting access to every sequential beta after that. But the CPT-1s, for some reason, I don't get access to. I thought maybe Nexus Anima would be different. I thought wrong. But I will be signing up for the Petit Planet beta. And yeah, we are gonna now sit around, and I'm probably gonna try to fix up my nails a little bit because they are a absolute mess. We're not gonna sit around for like another hour-ish, but that was Petit Planet. This has been, we're talking about a reaction recap. This is a reaction recap. There's been so much in here, but it's like day one Tokyo Game Show shenanigans. There was gonna be shenanigans. So yeah, that's Petit Planet. Everyone's announcing everything today because Tokyo Game Show started. Like, they cut that ribbon, and all of a sudden all the devs were like, all right, the floodgates have opened. Let's post something. I don't even want to get into to Fire Emblem Among Us. I don't want to do it. I'm not getting into that today. Maybe tomorrow. I'll see y'all in an hour, though. Maybe I'll sign up for Petit Planet in that time. Probably not. I'll probably forget. See y'all in an hour. I didn't even take the video for Petit Planet off my main monitor yet. Chaos Zero Nightmare just announced their official launch date, October 22nd. Literally, the floodgates have opened. We'll talk about Chaos Zero Nightmare tomorrow as well. I'm just bookmarking some stuff that we'll talk about tomorrow because I don't have it. We can only do so much in this video before it gets ridiculous. So we'll talk about Chaos Zero Nightmare in the next reaction recap, probably in the morning or something. We don't have time right now. There's not enough time. I'm starting to, I don't know, here's the thing. I'm starting to think trying to squeeze in my therapy appointment today of all days was a bad idea. Starting to think that. Probably should have done it yesterday. Just saying. But I also don't know if it's like the post-therapy brainworms, or you know that Sonic meme on Tumblr, don't trust what you think. Don't trust your brain after like 10 p.m. I don't know if it's those, it could be those brainworms. Could be a mix of both. Not really sure. We are going to watch the stream for Akiba Lost. There is no English for this one, at least earlier there was no English for it, so I didn't even I just didn't even try to bring it up. We're just gonna watch this one. And yeah, that's the plan. I probably won't have that much to say. I'm curious because I've never been interested in like a live action game, if that makes sense, because most of them are like romance games, but they're like not made for me as the target audience, if that makes sense. It's like very much like not my jam. So this didn't say anything about romance. I probably should have looked it up on Steam. I'm very curious about it. You know, like they got the whole cast here. Look, yeah, looks like they got the whole cast. I'm extremely curious, like, if I can be interested in one of these type of games, you know, like, also I think it would be cool just to have like a wider variety of these sort of like not in person, what would be the word? I just said it. Live action games. Like I said, a lot of them are romance based. I'm actually gonna look it up right now while I'm thinking about it. I think I meant to earlier and then didn't. I don't think it's on Steam yet. It is not on Steam yet, so that did nothing for us. Okay, all right, I guess, okay. Guess we're gonna have to figure it out. I did fix my nails while we were not recording them, so should be fun. I'm curious to see like anything from this. Also, I wanted to stick around for the Annapurna stream that's after this, so I'm like, well, we might as well watch it. What am I gonna do, just sit here for an hour and stare at the ceiling? I've already been doing that in between these things. Bad idea in and of itself. It's I think where the brainworms are coming from. Are there any technical difficulties? Maybe. I'm sleepy. Highly doubt I'm gonna be able to sleep at all during my like little scheduled nap. So what's in the morning? Yeah, the ones in the morning is Xbox, Neo, and Square Enix. So I do want to be around in the morning. I'm looking at the morning one and I'm like, it's so long for just 3 showcases, but it's probably because of the hours in between. Yeah. All right, we're so back. Let's do this thing. I have oh, also we're flipped again. I flipped the screen back for copyright prevention. The copyright prevention program, baby. I have a sinking suspicion I might have to mute this though, because they might be, I feel like they might be using audio, because I saw there, I didn't know an AKB member was in this game until like 5 seconds ago when I was looking at the thing. I was like, does that say AKB48? It does. There's like performance art. This whole thing is like performance art because they're announcing the game, and the whole thing is, the whole premise of the game is announcing a game and things start getting weird. Is it still a romance game? I don't know. I want to look it up on Steam, but it doesn't exist on Steam. Because like this game is supposed to take place at the Tokyo Game Expo. See, it's like, this is performance art. Like, because I'm like intrigued enough, like if this was a show or a movie, I'd be so down. But like, I just don't play games like this. I must know more. They don't even got like the auto-generated subtitles. I can't even cheese it by getting like auto-generated subtitle translation to English, because I've done that before. I was gonna try to open up another tab and see if I could like see if they did a translation stream for this, but I don't think they did. I'm gonna be so real. It's been 18 minutes. I've said almost nothing, and I thought there would be more. Oh, look at that gameplay footage. Right when I was about to say something about that. I want to see gameplay footage. That's about it. I want to see like a UI. I want to see like how heavy is the romance, because there's probably some. Like if you could, I think it would be really cool if they like made it seem like it was gonna be a romance game and then it just wasn't. Like it just totally wasn't. Even the footage they've shown so far was shown mostly in like the intro as well, so I'm like, give me something to work with. Like I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be the in-universe game that they're talking about. But like, what about the actual like game? That, like, because there's like I said, there's layers to it. So this is the actual game then. Like the in-universe game is kind of like, yeah, okay, the phone is being weird. Okay, it's making sense. Like I'm pretty sure, like it's clear what the in-universe game is supposed to be. It's supposed to be the type of like live action games everyone's used to. But then like there's layers, there's more. I'm hoping. The actual game also like seems similar enough to like the in-universe game though, like in terms of gameplay, but it's like the actual gameplay is more polished than like the in-universe gameplay. Does this make sense? I'd be willing to give it a shot once I took a look at the Steam page, I think. I need to look over the Steam page, see like the actual genres, because like I'm not picking up on anything. It is 11:20 and my Japanese is very bad. I'm running into the problem that I didn't take a lap around my apartment in between the last like major clip and this one. And my legs are starting to cramp up. Did that one to myself. Do we have gameplay? I think we have gameplay. Okay, so this is like gameplay they showed in the trailer, but like actually playing the gameplay. It's so weird to see that. Like, I'm not used to this type of like, I'm not used to this type of gameplay. It definitely feels like more of a visual novel than I was expecting, I guess. I don't know what to expect. Like, that's the thing. I don't know what to expect. But like, if they're going more of like a horror, spooky mystery type of route, that would make, like the visual novel would make sense, you know? The one thing that does mean is that if we do end up playing it, I will have to read it all. And there are certain characters I'm not doing a voice for. Oh, is that how they're showing off? Ah, I want to see more of it. Beak box. Those are really cool earrings though. I want to point out the earrings. I keep looking at them. I was gonna say they have to be like really heavy, but they're studs, not like the hook earrings. So okay. You see, the fun part about not having taken a Japanese class in like 3-4 years is that I feel like there's words I'm picking out, but I'm not sure if I like, you know, like it's been a while. I'm like, are you saying the words I think you're saying? Probably not. This will happen again this week. Oh, it's the box. They got a box. What's in the box? Oh, an art book. Okay. It is just a game download code though. It's not This is so odd to me because there's a physical DVD, like, making of video, but then the game is just a digital download code. We truly live in a society. We really do. Remember earlier I was talking about physical games are important? Yeah. Like, having a digital download code for the soundtrack, that makes sense. The game, come on. Listen, this is also a small thing, but I do have to point out one thing I just finally noticed. The main protagonist has it's not a lapel mic, but I forget what, like, the mics that tape to your face are. I forget what they're called. But he has one of those, and everyone else is sharing one standard mic. I didn't realize that until right now. Oh no, there's two. Okay, they have two mics, and then the interviewer, who also I think is the dev of the game. This is okay. It's not that bad. You know, they probably gave him the little mic because he did the game demo. Okay, that makes sense. These things are making sense. I take it back. I was gonna say, is that it? No, they're showing another trailer, I think. So this must be the extended one? Because they did show one off earlier. This, like, it doesn't seem romantic. It seems like it's got spooks. Like, a lot of spooks. That's what I'm saying. Like, if this was a horror movie, I'd be so down. But it's a live action game. I've never played a live action game before, but it might be time to start because this sounds like one that I would actually like. And maybe that's the whole point, is that they're like taking like this premise of like a live action game that everyone knows and making it weird. And I like that. The acting, for one, the acting looks like insane. January 2026 is the release, it looks like. Yeah, January. So kind of. It could be Q1. It could be Q1. I'm not sure if it's January or Q1. It's one of the two. I didn't get a good look at it. Which technically January is in Q1, so like around then. You know, Q1 is right regardless of if it's January or it's just Q1. If it releases in Q1, or January. If it releases in January, that's still Q1. So like, I don't know. There's no Steam page yet. You know, earlier when I was trash talking the Annapurna stream for being like 15 minutes long, I'm actually very happy it's only 15 minutes long. I'm sleepy. Did they bring up the future game? Did they bring up future game show? I heard future and game show in English. And I think future game show is doing something. No, PC gamer is doing something. Okay. I could have sworn future games was doing something. But that, you know, maybe they're not. Maybe they're not, because I would have heard about it like more concretely. Because if future games was doing something for Tokyo Game Show, I probably would be co-streaming it. So like, never mind, I take that back. That was mostly interview, and I had way too much time to think. I don't like that. Okay, do I have to, half an hour? We're at half an hour. Okay, let's go to the next one. We got this. Okay, 28 minutes till Detopia. I don't know if that is a singular game or that they're doing like a 15-minute compilation of games. We will see. And then I'm going to sleep. Hopefully. We'll see if I wake up in time for the morning shift, if you will. You know, taking the melatonin now might be a mistake. I'll take it at the beginning of the stream, and hopefully that won't become a problem. We'll find out. I am going to sit for 20 minutes though. That I'm gonna do. Actually, no, I really need to take a lap around I need to take that lap around my apartment. Yeah, I'll probably just sit. All right, we're so back. I'm taking the melatonin. I want this thing to kick in like immediately when we're done. And this is a 15-minute showcase here. All right. Still have no idea what Detopia is. I probably could have searched it. I didn't. I'm gonna assume it's a singular game because like the styling in the back looks very similar, and it's only 15 minutes, so it can't be like that crazy. Granted, one thing a lot of indie game streams and like events are good at is showing off a lot of games in a short amount of time. Could be anything. The melatonin has been taken. The meds have also been taken. Now we wait. Although I may have to take another melatonin because I feel like the first one's just gonna chill me out a little bit, and we'll have to go from there. I did almost mess up my nails twice as well in like the 20 minutes we were waiting off screen. Twice. Once again, the curse of I can never do my nails in peace while watching a games stream happens again. We need to finish this one quickly though, because my PC is so warm. Like I got up and like put my hand like there when I was like sitting back down, and I was like, oh, she's spicy today. Like she needs a break. We've been doing this since like 6:30, 6 o'clock-ish? I forget when we started, but we're going, like it's 12:30 a.m. It's Thursday for me now too. We started this when it was still Wednesday. There's been quite a bit of downtime though, so I'm not worried about the edit. The raw footage is gonna be a lot for this video, but the edit shouldn't be too bad. Hey, can we like not delay here, guys? Because I was really counting on that 14:45 for me to knock the heck out. Oh, music's fading. Okay, let's do this. All right, What's Detopia? It's definitely a singular game because this is the style of the art. I guess it's a life sim. Like we have another cozy life sim. This is the second one we're talking about in this video, but this is a futuristic sci-fi based cozy life sim, I would assume. I'm curious because it looks like there's some puzzles involved. Detopia coming to literally everything, even both the Switches. And do we have live translation? We do have live translation. All right. Because if you think I barely understood anything in the last one, it's gonna get worse. Okay, new title announcement. So it is a singular game. Cool, 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 cool. They got the whole gang. Look at that. See, I was debating if we would watch the Annapurna one, but it was short, so I decided we would. Because didn't they have like a scandal last year? Like I don't know what the scandal was, but didn't like their whole team quit? Was that Annapurna? I do like her sweater though. I didn't realize it had like the distressed sleeve. I don't know if that's done purposely or it's just old, but I like it. And I think it's purposely because the whole thing is, I like this sweater. Where can I get that sweater? One thing about me, I will comment on what people are wearing as well as the games. I think I needed that melatonin because that like, I'm probably gonna have to take a second one to actually knock me out to go to sleep. But the first one did something. Take your melatonin gummies responsibly, people. Don't overdo it. But I only took one night, so taking a second one won't be harmful. Okay, so they're gonna play it on Switch 1. Interesting. They're demoing on a normal Nintendo Switch. Puzzle exploration adventure game with, I'm assuming, fantasy AI. They're kind of quick about it, describing it. Everyday life is visually optimized. Huh. I'm curious how they'll like address it because I think this was something I mentioned earlier with Arknights actually. Endfield, obviously. This idea of like a perfectly optimized world and it being called Detopia. I fear we might be running into a utopia situation, and I've said my piece on the concept of a utopia time and time again. In a perfect world, yeah, the utopia is like a perfect world, but we don't live in a perfect world, and the concept of a utopia is going to look different for everyone, so you cannot physically please everyone. Anyways, like you can get close, but it's not, someone's always going to be suffering. I believe it's Ursula K. Le Guin has written like a great piece on this. There's a fictional system like within the game of Detopia within the universe that makes it so you don't see things you don't want to see. I'm curious if they're just going to be very base level with it, or if they're going to explore the further implications of like a world that looks like this. Because I would be super interested if they're going to explore the like deeper implications of a world like this. But if it's just surface level and it's like, haha, funny, you don't see the bad things, it's a no for me. If it dives deeper, yes, absolutely, which Annapurna can do. But if it doesn't, we're gonna have to talk a little bit. So why is the smart home security system working as the receptionist? I'm so intrigued by this. If nothing else, I really do want to demo it. Okay, so it's fantasy AI. This is like an AI robot, but it's what I like to call fantasy AI, where it's scripted, it's done by a real person, but in game, it's a robot AI generated character, but it's not real life generative AI. Does this make sense? You can definitely tell this is being played on the Switch 1, by the way. I'm sorry, that might be a little bit of a deep cut, but okay, they're talking about the inspiration for the name, and they did bring up the utopia concept to mix. They think it's a utopia, like the traditional idea that utopia, but it's not. That's the thing. I think it does sound like they're probably going to explore the deeper implications of the world they've set up here, and I am intrigued by that. Obviously, any chance I can get, I'm ragging on a utopia. So, but even just like the expression on the main character's face going to their little job and their perfect world, like that makes me think like, yeah, this is definitely gonna be like ragging on a utopia, which I am totally okay with. Let's rag on a utopia. Oh, it's all cubed food. I was like, oh, the little tomatoes are cubes. Oh, the lettuce is cute. Oh, so much you could interact with, which is cool. They say that the character is refreshed and awake. Are we sure about that? Is it really that easy? My thing is, if we have sentient robots, interesting. Because like if we have robots, can we have the robot do factory job and then we get to do something fun? You know, it's like the concept of I want robots to do my laundry, not write my book that I'm reading, you know? So you have to do a puzzle every day. It's like a health check to leave your house, which feels very dystopian, but like I get it at the same time, you know? Like if you're sick, you shouldn't leave the house. Numbered pods. This looks like a prison. This looks like y'all are in prison. I love it. They even got the little food delivery robots. No, I hope it does like actually do something more. It sounds like it probably will. Me trying to read the I'm like trying to read it like it's Chinese. No, that is Japanese. We need to go to sleep. You can live in a perfect and ideal environment. No, this is not ideal. There's no whimsy. The robots are allowed to have whimsy, but no one else is. This was probably they should have started with this, because me seeing this now at the end of my day, I already am losing it a little bit. Who said they're envious of this guy? Can we? I know they're selling a game. I know they're trying to sell it, but I'm losing it a little bit. I believe we've lost the plot. Is it a math puzzle game? Oh no. Or is it? It feels more like Sokoban-y, right? Yeah, no, I feel like it's more like a Sokoban, but like not. Does this make sense? See, this could be a great contender for the cozy corner. But I feel like this is the sort of game where I would really need to sit down. We would need to practice our media literacy skills a little bit. Therefore, it can't be a cozy corner game because I'm just gonna be screaming the whole time. So, it is, these are math puzzles though, which could be a problem for me. I don't think I've ever brought this up, but I wasn't allowed into my elementary school's like gifted kids program because they had me take the test, right? And I got like flying colors on the reading writing one. Like I did I think I got 100% on that one. But then the math one, I got like an 82 and they're like, that's too low for the gifted program. She can't be in the gifted program. And so I had nowhere to go. So there was like nothing I could do with that. Like it wasn't even like a super low score. Like I didn't fail it. So when I say I'm bad with numbers, as I do mean I'm bad with numbers. Apparently, it wasn't good enough for the gifted kid program. Oh, how would you do this one? Because it's like, oh, okay, yeah, it needs to, like, it's like a button press constant. Would this stress me out? Yes, but if we lock in, we can do anything. This would definitely be, like, I would definitely want to demo this, and possibly if there's no demo, it would be like a first hour situation, because I would need to, like, the solid play or nay decision would 200% be based on, like how deep they go into the lore, you know? Because I'm like, keep going back and forth on whether or not I think they like are actually going to explore the greater implications of the utopia they've created, or it's just gonna be like a haha funny gag throughout the game. I keep going back and forth on it. And also the timed score thing, like how quickly you do the puzzles gives you an A, B, C, D. It's gonna break me. That's gonna break me. Like the second that drops below an A, I'm gonna start screaming. Like it's so over. I can't really tell, like, because they have done a couple of, like, interacting with other characters, but I can't read the dialogue. So, which is totally fine. Look at this character. They look fun. They have whimsy. Why don't we get whimsy? I want whimsy. Am I looking this up on Steam right now? Yes, I am. Detopia, it is on Steam. As the newest facilitator, it's up to you to solve puzzles to keep the Detopia residents happy and the facility running. I guess that makes a certain amount of sense. Huh. There's no demo, but it's coming out in 2026. So this one's already over, which it has been 18 minutes, so that makes sense. Went by very quickly. That was a demo dive right there. Okay, they're showing the trailer. I am curious on if they're, because the description also makes it sound like it's going to be like more of a haha funny gag than like actually exploring the world building here, you know? And I would like to explore some of the world building because you've created this utopia that literally, if somebody doesn't want to see anything, it just hides it from view. That's like a very interesting concept to work with. Like here you can see like the rats and like the things like people don't want to see. Like there's a lot of interesting like dystopian concepts being like created here, but I don't know if the game's actually going to dive into them any further than like a surface level explanation of it. Like there's parts of it that make me think like they are going to dive into it further than others that they are not. Like whatever's going on here, like let's talk about that. I also love that cat so much. That is a unit. But maybe that's the whole point, is that you play this game not expecting it to really like think critically, and then it does. Oh, I guess you can pet the cat. No, I do want to see more of that. Next program is, technically tomorrow for me, but it's this evening, JST, 7 p.m. JST. They give the Pacific time, which is 3 a.m. Pacific. For me, it is, I've written down, it is going to be at, I think 5 a.m. Yeah, it's 5 a.m. for me. And then we have the Xbox, Hour Break, Neo, Hour Break, Square Enix. So we're going for quite a bit of time. And I probably will be going a little bit insane in the morning. There's a very strong chance that I sleep through at least one of, most likely the Xbox one, and probably Neo. So if the next reaction recap is only Xbox and Square Enix, you'll know, because it's probably because I slept through it and we'll just be watching the VODs. So very likely that happens, but hey, we made it through tonight. Should we have stayed up for all of this tonight? Probably not. I'm going a little bit insane, but like it's not that bad. I feel like because sometimes when I'm like spiraling, if I come across something that like not is necessarily like so stupid, it knocks me out of it a little bit. But like I feel like this game, I'm not saying this game is stupid. I don't think this game is stupid, especially if they do it, especially if they do some critical thinking. But how it was shown off, not really digging into the like world building that's been created here, that I feel like smacked me in the face a little bit because I'm like, wait a minute. Can we talk about some of the, like, this is really dystopian. Can we talk about this? Wait a minute. And so that was kind of like a slap in the face where I was like, oh my God, that kind of, wait a minute. So, yeah, I guess, you know, games can be very helpful in that regard. I know that this was just like a haha funny, cute, let's show off the game a little bit. We're just going to show the surface level. But I need to see more from that game. I do think I need to see more. Actually, I have the Steam page open. I am putting it on my wish list for the sole purpose that when that demo goes up, I want to be playing that demo. It just says it's a 2026 release, but let it be known, we will be putting Detopia in a demo dive the minute that demo goes up. Quite frankly, I need to see some of that. If nothing else, I want to do a first hour review of it when it goes out, an early access review, whatever that like first impressions is going to be, because I need to see what's happening here. I also can turn off the flip filter so we can go back to normal. Japan copyright scares me. So I wanted to kind of take some extra measures. Probably won't need to tomorrow or like tomorrow morning, which will be day 1, part 2, because it's like the evening, but I can go to sleep for a little bit. So the day that'll be in the morning, and I probably don't need to flip for that one because Xbox and Square Enix, I know I've done reactions for before. I know Annapurna I probably also would have been fine with, but everything else today was a little bit dicey. So like State of Play, I didn't flip for State of Play because I was like, oh, this is fine. I've watched State of Play before. They literally on PlayStation's website, they have it like lined up, like they have it written down, like you can co-stream, but some of our third-party partners might be using copyrighted materials, so that's on you, bestie. We can't control that. That's literally what it says on the PlayStation website, like paraphrased. I'm not kidding. But yeah, that was day 1. I can check it off my list actually, which is nice. And we'll be back, like I said, for Xbox and Company in the morning. But I might sleep through it. That's definitely possible. Cool. Okay. So that's it for day 1, part 1. A lot of stuff. There was a lot of like other games announcing things as well. And some of them I have bookmarked as I've like been scrolling on Twitter throughout the night. We'll talk about them tomorrow, especially if I end up sleeping through the Neo one. If I end up sleeping through, then we'll just watch everything when I wake up and we'll talk about some of the other things that got announced tonight. I want to talk about Fire Emblem. I want to talk about Chaos Zero Nightmare. I want to talk about another game I scrolled past that did their trailers with Mappa, the anime studio. Yeah. So there's a couple more things we need to talk about, but we'll talk about them in the morning because this ended up being quite long. We had talked about a lot of things, so much so that I can't fit it all in the title. So we'll see what ends up making the cut. That's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. I am going to try and link everything down below, but we might have to condense some links. So the separate live streams for Tokyo Game Show, I might just link the Tokyo Game Show YouTube, that sort of thing, because I've collected a lot of links for this video, and I think if I put them all in the description, this video will get shadow banned. It's that many. We looked at a lot of stuff. So either I'm gonna have to link to like a Notion page to direct all of you to the things we watched, or I'm just gonna condense some things. So we'll see. But if you like this video, make sure to give me a like down below, as well as subscribe for more and click the little notification bell to be notified when I upload new ones. Let me know in the comments down below what you are most looking forward to. I do think of everything we saw tonight. The first thing that came to my mind was Petit Planet. I do have to say that. A little bit. But also I am curious to find out more about a lot of the things we already kind of saw today. So the main ones I still have on the brain is Akiba Lost and Detopia, which are very they're both very polarizing, I feel like, in terms of how I'm going to feel about them. But we'll see. We will see. But as always, I hope everyone is having a super lovely day wherever you are in the world. I'm going to sleep, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye, guys!